Okay. We're here with Trey Fletcher, Deering Senior. First off, I remember you from a previous life when you were a freshman at Chevrolet.
Yep.
Running like Bo Jackson down the sidelines during football games. I gotta ask you a question. I know you've been focused on baseball for the last few years, but okay. We're here with Trey Fletcher, Deering Senior. First off, I remember you from a previous life when you were a freshman at Chevrolet.
Yep.
Running like Bo Jackson down the sidelines during football games. I gotta ask you a question. I know you've been focused on baseball for the last few years, but how much do you miss playing the other sports?
No, I definitely miss playing them. I played this year, played football. I wanted to stay in the game as much as possible before I had to call it quits and get on with baseball.
What goes into a decision like that? I mean, you're a pretty talented athlete in all three sports. What goes into the decision to decide, I'm going to further the baseball career? Is it you like that one the most? Is it, there's the most potential? Is there most potential for health? Like, what goes into that decision? I feel there's a lot of things to weigh with that.
I'd say I enjoyed playing baseball most throughout practices or games or just as much as possible. I just enjoyed baseball better than the rest of the sports that I played.
Do you have any idea why that is? You thought about it at all, or do you even care?
I didn't really care, didn't really think about it, but it's just, I grew up playing baseball. It was the first sport I ever played, and hopefully it'll be the last.
When you're out there, like, do you like? I know you pitch. I know you play. Play all over the diamond. Like, what do you prefer, or does it even, or does that matter to you, or is it kind of fun to go around and do different things?
Yeah, it's definitely fun to do all those things and to be able to do those things. I see myself as an outfielder. I just feel like my athleticism can work best in the outfield, and that's pretty much my thought process around where I play and stuff. I think I belong in the outfield.
When you left Chevrolet and you moved on to prep school, what was the jump up like for you in terms of maybe how you took care of your body, how you trained? Was there a big leap on that? Yeah,
definitely a big leap, because you see all the guys around you at a school like that just going crazy in the weight room, or they're just a step above, and you had to adjust quickly to that, and I had to try and take my athleticism and myself to the next level as well, to just compete with those guys. And that's pretty much all it was. It was just getting used to the faster pace, and everything was just like faster, bigger, stronger.
You like playing here at Hadlock? Is it kind of nice? Do you look at this? Could you envision yourself playing here, perhaps?
Yeah,
in a different uniform.
It's definitely it's awesome to be able to play here as our home field, and potentially in the future play here as well.
First off, what goes into a decision to commit to Vanderbilt, and then what goes into the rest of it? Because I think a lot of people are familiar with the NFL draft and the NBA draft and how those work, but the Major League Baseball draft can be really different. But let's talk a little bit about Vanderbilt first. Of course, one of the premier programs in the country. Of course, Ryan Flaherty went there, so let's talk about that, because Nashville's a tremendous city.
It was an easy decision for me. After I started getting offers and the whole process began, I started visiting other schools. And when I first visited Vanderbilt, I knew I felt good here. I clicked to the coaching staff immediately, not just one or two, every single one of them. Talking to the players that have gone there, they've had an amazing experience, and they've been better baseball players because of it, better people because of it. And then obviously Vanderbilt is a powerhouse of a school. So having an academic degree as prestigious as Vanderbilt's would be, and then the baseball program and coaches as prestigious as they are now, you can't really beat it.
It sounds to me like you're going to college in the fall. I mean, do you feel like, I mean, if things work out the way a lot of people think they will, of course, that there's the other possibility that your name gets called in 2019. Is it going to be a tough decision if that were to happen?
Right now, my first option is Vanderbilt. I've been committed there for 3 years, and it'll take a lot for me to decide not to go to Vanderbilt, just because they've stuck with me for 3 years, and I've stuck with them for 3 years, and we've built a pretty good relationship over there.
All right, so you're also not going to do like the Kyler Murray, right? You're not going to do that. Okay, all right, good. I want to make sure that rumor was put away that you were not going to do the Kyler Murray. I said that totally jokingly because you have a passion for the game. I can really tell that. Do you like to model your game after someone? Is there a player you look up to at all, or do you watch the pro game at all? Or are you just constantly so involved with this that you don't really have time?
No, I don't really watch TV in general, so I don't watch many professional games, but I do watch a lot of college games just because that's the next step, and it's also just fun to watch and see guys that you know on the screen.
You have played all over the place. Do you have like a favorite spot that you've played in?
I do. I love Long Beach. It's just the weather's always perfect there. You can't really beat it.
That's good. That's good. And then you come here and you get to spend your senior year in one of the worst spring weathers ever. It's great. Has it been frustrating for you this year? I feel like you're probably getting a few walks here or there. And even when they're not intentional walks, they're still kind of like semi-intentional walks. You know what I mean? Has that been frustrating?
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating, and I feel like they're helping me work with the other part of my game, and that's like dealing with adversity when you're just getting walked and getting pitched around. I definitely am irritated with it, but I understand where they're coming from, I guess, and I just try to do the best I can with what I get.
You had a lot of fun. Did you get a lot of time? Did you know some of the guys that you were playing with already? It was a pretty easy transition to jump in? Yeah,
pretty easy transition. I came back, and a bunch of these guys on the team I was already friends with or had played with before leaving.
All right, man. That's all I got. Well, thank you very much.
Yep.
Live from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. My name is Aaron Morse alongside Coach Dave Wing, bringing you a good matchup today. Deering versus Sanford High School baseball live from Hadlock Field in Class A South. And Coach, both these teams right now on the outside looking in when it comes to the playoffs. 12 teams make the playoffs, and Deering in 13th at 2-8 on the year. Sanford also 2-8 and 15th in the heel points. You guys just heard Trey Fletcher's interview with Matty B there earlier. Obviously, Trey Fletcher, for Deering, he's the kind of the highlight of this team, but everyone just seems to pitch around him. So Deering's going to have some of his teammates step up.
Yeah, I think, well, this is a big game for both teams. They don't have many games left, a week and a half here, and with the holiday in there, and so you need to win. And this might be one of those ones that puts one of them close, if not in the tournament. So you'd like to get a win there. Good.
They're about ready to announce the starting lineups over the PA system here at Hadlock Field. Of course, Hadlock Field, normally the home of the Portland Sea Dogs, AA of the Boston Red Sox, but they are on the road, and so Deering High School, it's their home field as well. And we saw Portland play earlier against Wyndham here also, and Portland now 4-5 on the year. Wyndham at 6-4 on the season after that game. Portland just ahead of Deering in the standings. So should be, again, a good game. We'll get to the starting lineups here. For Sanford, they are the visitors. Leading off, second baseman Zach Tremblay. Batting second, the right fielder Justin Gould. Batting third is center fielder Oliver Janest. Batting fourth, the third baseman Jake LaMontagne. Batting fifth, the catcher Wyatt LaRue. Batting sixth, the DH Nick Liston. Batting seventh, the first baseman Sol Demers. Batting eighth, the left fielder TJ Curley. And batting ninth, the pitcher Ethan Hogue. Defensively for Deering, it's Ben Oenick in left, Trey Fletcher in center, Blaine Alves in right, Michael Randall the third baseman, Josh Paisley at short, Matt Keast at second, Bennett Berg at first, Luke Hill behind the plate doing the catching, and Mike Jones on the mound for the home team, the Deering Rams. Jones, a senior for Deering, on the mound. Ethan Hogue, a junior for Sanford. So first time we've seen these teams this year, so it should be interesting to see what they bring to the table.
Now you're used to being in this press box area because you do the pitch clock here for Sea Dogs games, but I haven't been here in a while. I haven't been up in this area anyway. I came to watch when Rogers pitched for Mount Era. They played Deering here, and Mike Haley and I came down and stood kind of down on the mezzanine there to watch him pitch and to see what he looked like and so on. And so I haven't seen a high school game here in a while. Although when I was at Oak Hill played here in the state championship game. We'd had a rain delay and there was a game before us, so our game started at 9:30 at night on a school night with finals the next day. Oh yeah, it was cute. So.
And so right now the Rams are being introduced down on the field. There are Major League Scouts in attendance for this game because, again, Trey Fletcher, a potential first-round pick in the upcoming draft. He actually started his career at Cheverus High School, then went to prep school for a couple years, and he was actually going to be in for next year's draft, but he reclassified as a senior when he transferred back to Maine to Deering High School, so now he's eligible for this year's draft. However, he is a Vanderbilt commit, and Vanderbilt's a great baseball program.
Very good.
There's a choice to be made for Trey Fletcher, right? Do you go to Vanderbilt, you have to spend 3 years there, or do you go pro out of high school where you end up going to a small town, maybe in the Midwest, to start your career in obscurity as opposed to Vanderbilt where you're on the big stage?
Unless you are a once in a generation player, the top of the line, you aren't going right from the minors to the majors.
Right.
You're going to toil on the bus route, as we call it, in the minors. Some of those places that you've done some games and whatever,
Yeah.
just to get some experience. And if he's asking my advice, I would say go to school. They're going to pay you way. You get a chance to play in a top baseball conference. And when somebody gets a look at you, they'll be coming around.
No national anthem because they already did it for Wyndham versus Portland earlier, so we'll get baseball here almost immediately as we're scheduled to start in about 2 minutes here between Sanford and Deering. Again, both these teams have had their struggles this year, 2-8 on the season, but it should be an even matchup. And again, obviously a nice venue to have a baseball game in Hadlock Field, really a great facility. So.
Yeah, and I said on the game I did Lewiston and Coney 1-0 game, pitchers duel. I mean, it was over in an hour and 20 minutes. It was like boom, boom, boom. But I said, baseball, all sports are routine and rhythm. Baseball more than any of the others, I believe. When it's raining out, you can go in the gym. You know what? How many times you're going to do bunt coverage and cutoffs and relays? You can get in the batting cage, but it's not quite the same. The lighting's not the same. Even though you got a portable mound, maybe the pitcher's throwing some live off in it, but they got a net up in front of them. It just isn't the same, and you can't duplicate what you're going to see on the field. And so suddenly you get a game, you play Monday, then you have Tuesday rain, Wednesday rain, and then you're trying to jam things in Thursday, Friday. I think it's a nightmare. And I as you know, I coached football, baseball, and lacrosse in high school. And I'll tell you what, baseball was I was cold all the time, mind you. And then so frustrating when you get 2 or 3 days of rain. Once you've been outside, what are you going to do? And I don't think you get any rhythm. You don't get in a groove. Just about the time playoffs start, it's starting to be baseball weather. And then you get a chance to remember, when I was in high school, there were no metal bats, no aluminum bats. Everything was a wooden bat. You play in a day where it's the
That's
kind of
expensive.
weather. The kind of you cracking
break a few bats.
Oh yeah, you're snapping those babies off, and they're oh boy. Haley and I were laughing because I used, so did he, interesting enough, a Nellie Fox model. Had a big, thick handle. You couldn't whip it like they have now, and they have these little skinny handles. That's why they break them. But neither did you get jammed and necessarily break a bat, and you could get a base hit off the handle with that baby. So since I was not much of a home run hitter, that was good.
The Rams have taken the field. They're going through their warm-ups right now. Again, Mike Jones on the mound for Deering. Luke Hill is their captain. He's doing the catching. That's the starting battery. Hill is a senior, as is Jones. So an experienced battery and leadoff hitter for Sanford, Zach Tremblay. This is a young team. Tremblay is a ninth grader, and he is leading off on the varsity this season, and will start things off here in this ball game.
Yeah, the one thing you'd say about these two teams, they're 2-8, but boy, they've got. Well, Deering has uh, not as many as they've got sophomores.
Okay.
They have one, two,
Yeah.
three sophomores, but Sanford has several freshmen. So, boy, that's a big step. Although I was saying too in the game on Monday, a freshman in the spring is much
little
different than a
different, right.
a fall freshman.
All right, the windup from Mike Jones. And the first pitch of the ball game is a fastball a little bit outside to Tremblay, and we are underway here at Hadlock Field, live from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. The count 1-0 on the ninth grader Tremblay. Jones into his motion. The 1-0 offering is low and outside, and Tremblay had the count 2 balls and no strikes.
I wouldn't be surprised they're going to get a look at him, take a few pitches, see how he does.
Jones, tall right-hander out there on the hill, into his motion, and the 2-0, kind of a herky-jerky delivery with that one right on the outside corner at the knees for a strike, and the count moves to 2-1 on Tremblay.
Looks to me like he's going to be a low ball pitcher.
Trying to keep it down here. Short porch out there at left, tall wall, but short distance. Delivery is low and outside, the main monster. 3-1 they count. It's only 3:15 down the left field line here, but obviously they have the basically the imitator of the green monster here because it is the Red Sox Double-A, the Sea Dogs. The 3-1 offering to Tremblay. Slow chopper, left side, charging Paisley. Gloves, going to be a tough play. Safe at first. Infield single for Tremblay. And just like that, the Spartans had the leadoff man aboard here in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, I think that's a base hit. You wonder if, even though this field is immaculate, I don't care. It's soggy. It's wet. Even though they've taken great care of it, I'm sure they put a tarp on it. I wonder if ground balls are going to be slowed up compared to what they're used to it back home. Have to play in maybe a step.
Justin Gould steps in, the right fielder for the Spartans with one on and nobody out. The delivery on the way is low and outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. No score. We're just underway here, live from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. Gould, another ninth grader. So Tremblay ninth grader, as is Gould up there at the plate.
Yeah, they have 4 starters, ninth graders.
The delivery on the way from Jones. Misses a little bit outside on the fastball, so the count moves 2-0, and he's fallen behind the hitters early, which is good for the Spartans. Jones looks in for the signs. Tremblay being held on by Bennett Berg over there at first base. And the pitch. Over but high, and it's 3-0 on Gould. Both teams identical records. Deering a little bit higher in the heel points. 3-0 the count. The stretch showing bunt. He'll pull it back. High for ball 4. A infield single and now a walk. And just like that, it's first and second with nobody out for the Spartans.
The other thing you wonder is, although I think the Sanford, you were down there to do a football game. Do they have lights for baseball? I know that field is brand new. I can't remember.
Well, I didn't see the baseball.
No.
I think the baseball field might have still been under construction.
So you wonder, I know when I was an assistant at Bengal, we had lights. We were it. So if somebody came and played us at night, it was the first time they played at night.
Third straight ninth grader, Oliver Jeunesse steps in. Delivery on the way is a fastball high. 1-0 the count.
Boy, number 3 hitter, a ninth grader. That's quite a step to him.
Right-handed bat up there at the plate. Listed as a shortstop on the roster, but he's playing center field today, so obviously quite an impressive athlete for the Spartans. The pitch on the way is a fastball right on the outside corner that time, and that must be a relief for Jones to get that one over. The count moves even 1 ball and 1 strike. No score, first and second, nobody out. We're in the top of the first here at Hadlock Field. Deering and Sanford. The stretch and the pitch on the way. Fastball right on the outside corner, and this time Jones ahead in the count now. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You wonder if he's kind of waiting him out because he's had a little trouble with control, but boy, you got ducks in a pond out there.
At second base is Tremblay. At first base is Gould with nobody out in the top of the first inning. The stretch. And time is called. Stepping out of the batter's box is Jeunesse. Spartans in the red uniforms, gray pants. Deering in white uniforms, the home team here today at Hadlock Field. Out there in center field, Trey Fletcher patrolling for the Rams. The pitch. All the way to the backstop on delivery low and outside. It bounces back to the catcher, and the throw to third, not going to be in time. Wild pitch. Good effort, though, by the catcher, Hill, as that one bounced right back to him. But both runners move up 90 feet.
That's like you've done a game at Lewiston. The same thing. That concrete bottom of the backstop. Boy, if it hits just right, it's coming right back to the pitcher. Well, I mean the catcher.
In that case,
So
right back to the catcher. So it's second and third with nobody out. The 2-2 to Janest. Strike three call. The umpire did a traditional strike call. He didn't really ring him up, but it's strike three. And Janest down on strikes looking. And there's one away here in the first inning. Jake Lamontagne coming to the dish. Now for the Spartans.
big spot here. Second and third, one out now.
Delivery misses for a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, the game we did the other day, it was late calls by the umpire, and I'm not already criticizing this guy, but boy, it's hard for us when you're trying to let people know what's going on.
Lamontagne's a sophomore. His delivery on the way is on the outside corner for a strike, and the count moves even 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 on in scoring position for the Spartans. No score, top of the first. The stretch from Jones and the pitch. Swing and a miss that time, and the count moves to 1-2.
Jones is definitely keeping the ball down, and if they hit the ball, they're going to hit it either line drives or on the ground.
Corner, well, everyone back except for the third baseman around the infield. Randall, even with the bag at third, the other infielders will give up the run for the out. But 1-2 is way outside. Count moves even 2-2.
Because we don't know when the last time that Jones pitched and what his pitch count is and any of those things. But he certainly has started to creep up a little bit in how many pitches he's thrown this half inning.
Now the 2-2. Strike three call. That time we get the proper ring up, and down goes Lamontagne. 2 away here in the first inning.
Wow, same thing. Boy, you got to swing the bat. That game on Monday, one pitcher had 7 strikeouts, the other one had 6. So they were mowing him down.
Wyatt LaRue to the plate, right-handed hitter for the Spartans. The pitch on the way to him is right on the outside corner, and Jones really dialing in now.
I think the umpire is going to give him that outside corner. I bet he does for both teams, and you got to be swinging the bat.
LaRue, upperclassman, junior, catcher, right-handed bat. 2 on, 2 outs, and Jones the delivery. A little bit outside, and the count moves even 1 ball and 1 strike, but the senior trying to get out of a big jam. It was second and third with nobody out. Back-to-back strikeouts looking. And the count now 1-1 on LaRue. The stretch, the pitch. Over but high that time, 2-1. We are just underway, top of the first inning. A leadoff infield single by Zach Tremblay, then a walk to Justin Gould, then a wild pitch moved both runners up 90 feet. The stretch and the 2-1. Paints the outside corner that time.
Ooh, that's a nice pitch.
Count moves even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's 1 strike away from getting out of this jam.
I've been pretty lucky. This game's in a booth. The 2 games at Lewiston are booth, and the game at Dirigo was in the booth. So pretty nice.
The 2-2 on the way. Strike three call on the outside corner, and Jones strikes out the side in the first inning and gets out of a big time jam. No runs in the inning, a hit, no errors, 2 men left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Sanford nothing, and the Rams coming up here on MBR live from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. Welcome back into the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. Aaron Morse alongside Coach Dave Wing. No scores. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Here's the Rams starting lineup. Leading off the center fielder, Trey Fletcher. Batting second, the catcher, Luke Hill. Batting third, the shortstop, Josh Paisley. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Bennett Berg. Batting fifth, the pitcher, Mike Jones. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Dominic Russo. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Blaine Alves. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Michael Randall. And batting ninth, the left fielder, Ben Oenick. Ethan Hogue on the mound, a junior right-hander for the Spartans, and he will have a challenge here with Trey Fletcher, one of the top prospects in baseball, stepping in to lead things off. First pitch swinging, and it rolls foul on the third base side. 0-1. He chased the pitch up by his eyes that time. He was very tempted by that one, but it's a foul ball. 0-1.
I was saying that's a difference between when I played and coached and whatever is nobody does a full windup anymore. It's a minimal amount of places to go wrong. Just get it and go.
The 0-1 to Fletcher, up and in that time, and the count moves even 1 ball and 1 strike.
What a gorgeous setting for a game.
Absolutely, here at Hadlock Field, the home of the Sea Dogs. The 1-1 to Fletcher, very high, and the count moves to 2-1. So, unlike Jones, Hogue, early on, everything up by Fletcher's eyes right now.
He may be overthrowing just a little bit. He's a little nervous trying to get this thing underway.
Fletcher up there at the dish. Into the motion, the delivery on the way, and Fletcher, a towering pop-up into center field. Janess coming in on it. He's camped under it, and he makes the catch. That is a major league pop-up.
Yeah, it certainly was.
That time from Trey Fletcher, but he is out number 1 here in the inning.
And this is right at that time when the lights you're just starting to see some shadow now from the players. So the lights are having an effect, but they're not totally there yet. And you could lose the ball up there.
Luke Hill, the captain, first pitch swinging a little looper left side of the infield, over from his third base spot. Lamontang makes the grab, and there's quickly 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first inning. 1 pitch, and Hill is retired.
Kind of reached out for it and didn't get much of it.
Josh Paisley stepping in, right-handed hitting shortstop for the Rams. He is a senior. Hogue into his motion, and the delivery on the way. Paisley takes a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. No score. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Mike Jones got out of a big jam in the top half of the first. 2 outs, nobody on here. And delivery on the way is called strike on the inside corner to Paisley, and the count moves to 0-2.
Yeah, I think it came back over. I'm not sure it was much of a curveball, but I think Paisley thought it was going to be in on his hands, and it was right over the plate.
Hogue into his motion, the delivery on the way, and Paisley a high fly ball, shallow right center field. Janess coming in on it, and he makes the catch. So 3 fly ball outs, and the side's retired here in the bottom half of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We'll go to the second. Scoreless, Deering and Sanford on MBR live from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth.
They try to put me back in as quick as possible. The doctors and physical therapists try to tell you what's wrong right away so you can just get it fixed and get back to what you're doing and have your normal life or try to be even better than what you were before.
It's important for a parent to have someone here in Saco, close to the Biddeford-Saco area, because we have a lot of sports teams. When you have your daughter or son that's injured, in my case, my daughter, it's nice to know that you have someone local, someone that you can trust, and someone that is expert in sports injuries.
And welcome back into the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. Aaron Morse alongside Coach Dave Wing. As we go to the top of the second, Sanford versus Deering in high school baseball Class A South matchup. Nick Liston will step in to lead things off for the Spartans in a scoreless game against Mike Jones, who delivers and swung on and grounded slowly to third. Randall bobbles, picks it up, toss across, going to be wide, and going to go to the fence on the first base side, and going to second on the play is Liston. So an error there all the way. Liston is aboard to begin the top of the second.
Yeah, it was not well hit and tough one. I think this field is not as fast as they think it's going to be, and I think they're going to have to play in just a little bit.
The first baseman, number 27, Saul Demers.
Base in an error, or
That's an
just
error
a
all the
plain
way.
error?
Demers to the plate. Delivery on the way. You can make a case it's two errors from the same play, actually. Strike
Yeah.
on the outside corner. 0-1 the count on Demers because he bobbled it,
True.
and that lets you reach first, and then he threw it away, which let him reach second. 0-1 on Demers, the stretch from Jones, and the delivery. It is a strike on the outside corner, and the count moves to 0-2.
I got to believe that the Sanford coaching staff said swing the bat after last inning.
Jones does a good job keeping the ball down.
Yeah, he's getting that call, so he might as well stay right there.
Into his motion, the 0-2 on the way. And that hit him. So he'll take his base. It's a dead ball, so the runner will have to go back to second. But it's a hit by pitch, and Demers is aboard here.
So Sanford starting out the top of the second, same way they started the top of the first, with the first two men to reach. Now they need people to hit the ball.
TJ Curley, the batter for the Spartans. Curley is a ninth grader, left-handed bat up there at the plate. 2 on, nobody out. The delivery on the way. Shows bunt. He actually offered at it. It's foul tip into the glove for a strike. 0-1. No score, but once again, as you mentioned, the Spartans threatening here.
Kind of a lost art, bunting.
Corner infielder is not really that far in. The first baseman's in front of the runner. Now he shows bunt again, and that one up by his head. He has to duck out of the way, and the count moves even 1-1. Berg is in front of the runner at first. Randall, though, is back a hair at third.
What you'd like to do as a pitcher, keep the ball up so that he'll bunt it up at the top of the strike zone and pop it up. But
The stretch and the 1-1. He bunts it back to the pitcher. Slowly hit. Only play to first. And there's no one covering. Keast was late covering the bag at first base as Berg came in, and Jones fielded it no problem, but when he tried to throw to first, there was no one home, so he didn't throw it, and everyone is safe, and the bases are loaded with nobody out here in the inning.
it's probably a sacrifice, but you can't call it an error. Not covering a base is not an error.
And it's a mental mistake. Bases are loaded. So that will bring up the pitcher trying to help himself out, Ethan Hogue. Fastball up and in for a ball, 1-0.
So not a lot of help for Jones.
Keast is their designated fielder. They don't hit. He doesn't hit, and he just wasn't aware of what he needed to do there until it was too late. The 1-0 offering off the glove of the catcher and low for a ball. Hill chases it down 2-0.
Once Curley squared around early in the count, you got to cheat over a little bit. You got to count on the shortstop as a left-hand batter to kind of keep him a little closer.
2-0. Good hitters count here for Hogue. And he takes one on the inside corner for a strike on the fastball. And the count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Last inning, Jones took control himself. Three strikeouts.
Next delivery goes all the way to the backstop. Going to be a close play at the plate. But a diving attempt by Hill. Can't quite make the tag. And on the wild pitch, scoring is Liston. And it's 1-0 in favor of the Spartans. Everyone else moves up 90 feet.
Again, I don't think Jones got in there in time. I think the catcher, Hill, would have tossed it to him, but don't think he was quite to the plate.
Little run up on the board for Sanford. 1-0 the score. Count 3-1. Second and third. Still nobody out. Aaron Morse alongside Coach Dave Wing.
That one kind of surprised the catcher. It was on the inside corner, inside of the plate, and he just didn't even get a glove on it.
Good hitters count here, the 3-1. That's right down the middle at the knees, and the count moves full. 3-2 on Hogue. 1-0 in favor of the Spartans. Second and third, still nobody out. Top of the second inning. Middle infield is back. They'll give up the run for the out. Corner infielders back as well. The next delivery, low and outside. The bases are loaded again. Still nobody out in the inning. And back to the top of the order for Zach Tremblay. And we'll have a visit to the mound as Jones was able to work around an infield single and a walk in the first inning. 3 straight strikeouts into that inning. This inning, though, an error to start the frame, then a hit by pitch, then the bunt where the runner was able to reach because Keese was late covering, loaded the bases, and then a wild pitch, scored a run, and now a walk reloads the bases, and Tremblay to the plate. So Deering in some trouble here in the second. This could get away from them quickly if they're not careful against Sanford. Both teams, again, 2-8, looking for a key win as the playoffs, 12 teams make the playoffs in Class A South. So right now they're both on the outside looking in, but there's still certainly hope there for both teams. So this is a big game. So your coach, what are you saying to your pitcher right now?
Well, he's got to keep throwing strikes, and I'd say stay on that outside corner where he's been. He's got his infield in now.
They're going to come home with it if they can.
He needs a ground ball that they can come home. That's right.
Delivery on the way to Tremblay. Slow roller, going to be a tough play. And the only play to first, and they get him there. Good job by Paisley, the shortstop coming in. There was no way he could get Demers at home. RBI ground out, though. It's 2-0 in favor of the Spartans.
No, plus, Jones came off the mound hard to try to make a play himself, and he almost was in the way for a throw at home. So Paisley wisely went to first. Second and third.
2-0 the lead now. Infield in, Justin Gould the batter. The delivery is a fastball that needs for a strike. 0-1 the count.
Really, they haven't hit the ball out of the infield. So, it's just been tough luck for the Rams.
And nothing has gone out of that infield but some errors and some walks. Next delivery, big swing and a miss by the ninth grader, and the count moves to 0-2.
Well, pitch, pass ball, that kind of thing. Yeah, been a lot.
2-0 the lead for the Spartans. We are in the top of the second. Infield in, runners at second and third, 1 out. The delivery on the way. Off the end of the bat, up the middle, diving stop by Paisley. Gets to his feet, fires the first in time, but the small ball gave the job done. Another run scores on the RBI ground out. This time Curley crosses the plate. Going to throw on the play is Hogue, and the Spartans lead 3-0.
Yeah, he just reached out just to try to make contact. And Paisley made 2 nice plays.
Jeunesse to the plate. He struck out looking for the first down in the first inning, and he rips this one foul.
Ooh, there's a first ball hit on the nose.
Over by the bullpen there, the visitors' bullpen here at Hadlock. Count 0-1 on Jeunesse. 3-0 the lead for the Spartans. The error started all this in the frame. Next delivery on the way. Jeunesse, little looper, shallow left center, and on it, Fletcher will have to play it on a hop. Infield, short, shallow single in the left center for Jeunesse. Scoring is Hogue. It's 4-0.
In the old days, it used to be called the Texas Leaguer. I don't know what they call it now, but blooper.
So base
hey, it's a base hit.
Yeah, got the job done. A hit, and then a run crosses the plate. And it's 4-0.
So they take advantage of the miscues.
Delivery on the way here, low and outside to Lamontagne for a ball, 1-0. Unearned runs crossing the plate, obviously, because the error started the frame. But first 4 batters to reach in this inning all score. And Lamontagne the batter. The delivery on the way, runner goes from first. Fastball, and just let him take second. The count moves even, 1-1. Strike call that time.
In high school, we'll call that a stolen base. In the majors, they might have called it indifference, but we'll call it a stolen base.
The stretch and the 1-1. Right on the outside corner, and the count moves to 1-2 on Lamontagne. An error, hit by pitch, the bunt where they didn't execute the play over at first, a walk, a couple RBI groundouts, and an RBI single mixed in. The 1-2. Ground ball, right side, gloved over there by Berg. He'll take the bag himself, 3 unassisted, and the inning comes to an end. But 8 men come to the plate for the Spartans, and they score 4 runs in the frame. We'll go to the bottom of the second, and Sanford leads Deering by a score of 4-0 here on MBR live from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth.
Sanford 4, Deering nothing.
Welcome back into the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. Aaron Morse alongside Coach Dave Wing, live from Hadlock Field. It's Deering and Sanford high school baseball in Class A South action. We head to the bottom of the second inning with the score: Sanford 4, Deering nothing. Bennett Berg will step in to lead things off against Ethan Hogue here in the frame. Left-handed bat, Berg awaits the delivery on the way. The fastball high and outside. 1-0 the count. It'll be Berg, Jones, and then Russo, the DH, due up in the inning for the Rams. Hogue into his motion. The next delivery swung on and missed, and the count moves even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Only an 8-pitch first inning for Hogue. Very efficient out there on the mound, the junior.
Just what you want.
And the delivery on the way to Berg is up high that time, and the count moves to 2-1. Just joined us, Trey Fletcher flew out his first time up. Only had one chance in the field, a single that dropped in front of him in left center. Next delivery, swing and a miss by Berg, and the count moves even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Berg's a sophomore up there at the dish, left-handed bat against the righty Hogue on the mound. Deering trying to get something going. Right-hander into his motion, now the 2-2. Low and in for ball 3. Count moves full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Was Berg trying to say that it hit him? I wasn't sure what he was doing there.
Unclear. I was trying to figure that out. Full count on Berg. Hogue into his motion, the payoff pitch. Fastball high and a leadoff walk, so that's what Deering needed. Leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the second. And that will bring up the pitcher, Mike Jones.
Number 47, Mike Jones.
Jones definitely has some nice height up there at the plate. Right-handed bat. Runner at first and nobody out. Hogue delivers. Fastball and a good one right on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1.
Good pop on that. Hear it all the way up here.
Yeah. Smattering of Deering fans throughout this ballpark. Sizable ballpark, of course. And the next delivery on the way. Little pop-up, first base side, and that'll hit the netting and go onto the dugout for a foul ball. So the count is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner at first, bottom of the second, 4-0 in favor of the visitors, Sanford, over the home team, Deering. The stretch from Hogue, lead off at first for Berg, and the delivery on the way to Jones bounces in that time, and the count moves to 1-2.
Nice job by LaRue to block that.
Officially 4 runs, 2 hits for Sanford. No hits yet for Deering. The 1-2 offering. Jones, a ground ball to the right side, ranging over Tremblay. Nicely done to his left glove. Throws to first in time. 4-3 on the putout, and going to second on the play is Berg.
Boy, he had to go a long ways. By Tremblay.
Runner at second. One out, and Dominic Russo, the designated hitter, a junior, coming to the plate for the Rams. 4-0 in favor of the Spartans. We are in the bottom of the second. Hogue up there at the plate. Lead off second for Berg. The stretch and the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Big cut. 0-1 on Russo. Aaron Morse alongside Coach Dave Wing here. Live from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. Deering and Sanford squaring off at Hadlock Field. The delivery is inside for a ball. The count moves even. 1-1 on Russo.
You know, I thought they said today it was going to be really nice, but how about you? But it wasn't very nice and green.
Next delivery on the way on the inside corner for a strike, and the count moves to 1-2. I don't mind some clouds.
No.
I don't mind it.
Problem is, it doesn't dry out if it's been this wet. This field's great.
1-2 the count, the delivery. Foul ball right back towards us here in the Spectrum Healthcare Partners.
I lost track of it. Ooh.
Lands in the bleachers and rolls down some seats in front of us. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Little guy, a couple little guys got to jump on it.
On Russo, they probably want those baseballs.
Oh, came all the way down. Oh, down to the mezzanine.
Probably want those baseballs back in high school, right?
Yeah, that's right. Somebody be up to get it.
The delivery, strike 3, call off speed, right on the outside corner, and Russo is the first strikeout victim of Hogue here this evening. There's 2 outs now in the second inning. Runner still at second base.
Elvis.
Wayne Alvis coming up. He is a sophomore, playing right field today. Right-handed bat against the righty Hogue, and the fastball is very high, 1-0. 4-0. 4 runs crossing the plate. All started with an error in the top of the second, opening up the door for Sanford, and the Spartans took advantage of it. The stretch from Hogue and the delivery. Pretty well hit to left center. On the move, Janest, way back there, reaches up and makes the catch. Nicely done, Oliver Janest, because Owls gave that one a ride into the left center field alley, but the side is retired. In the inning for Deering, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man stranded in scoring position. We go to the third, the score, Sanford 4, Deering nothing, live from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth.
For over 30 years, Republic Jewelry has offered unbeatable prices and friendly service to customers from all over New England. Not only is Republic your #1 place to sell your old gold, but we have an incredible selection of new and estate jewelry, along with professional in-store jewelry repair. The best prices on interchangeable sterling silver jewelry to wind and fire bracelets. Stop in today and let our professional staff help you find that perfect gift. Republic, located at 212 Center Street in Auburn, or give us a call at 784-4444.
And welcome back into the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. Aaron Morse alongside Coach Dave Wing here. Sanford versus Deering at Hadlock Field. The score of Sanford 4, Deering nothing to go to the top of the third inning. It'll be Wyatt LaRue, Nick Liston, and Sol Demers due up for the Spartans against Mike Jones. Back out there for his third inning of work. Was victimized by a couple of defensive miscues behind him last inning. LaRue struck out looking to end the first, 0 for 1 today. Jones looking in for the signs into his motion and the delivery. Right on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1 the count. Jones toes the rubber into his motion, and the 0-1 offering. LaRue swings and misses. Big cut that time. Count moves to 0-2. 4 runs, 2 hits for the visitors from Sanford. No runs, no hits yet for Deering. The 0-2 on the way. Swing and a foul at the plate. He just got a piece of it to stay alive. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes.
Jones can rear back and fire. You know, he hasn't had much luck around from his fielders and everything, but throws the ball pretty well.
His 0-2 on the way, and that hit him. And Jones visibly frustrated because he had him 0-2, thought he had him struck out, but it was just barely a foul tip, and this time he hits him. And so the Spartans had the leadoff man aboard here in the top of the 3rd inning.
That's the second one.
Nick Liston coming up. He reached on the air by Randall and eventually scored last inning, 0 for 1, but with the run scored. Yeah, he hit a batter in the last inning as well, and that also came around to score. Did Jones. The delivery on the way to Liston. Over but high, 1-0.
High school baseball, well, any baseball, walks and errors will usually come back to haunt you.
Certainly.
Cooling off here. Can you feel it?
Yeah, luckily we do have a heater right behind us here in the booth. The 1-0. Very high and inside. 2 balls and no strikes on Nick Liston, who is the DH for the Spartans. Senior for Sanford, coached by Shane O'Connell. Jones, the 2-0. Grounded down the third base line. That is a foul ball. And the count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. All right, first, that is LaRue, who got hit by the pitch. Listen at the plate. Jones delivers the 2-1. High fly ball to right, shallow. Backing out the second baseman, Keast, and he makes the catch. And going back to first is LaRue. So Liston is out number 1 here in the 2nd inning.
Nice play by Keast. He got himself back, got underneath it instead of drifting.
Saul Demers to the plate. He got hit by a pitch and scored last inning. Right-handed batter up there at the dish. LaRue at first, 1 out now in the top of the 3rd. The delivery from Jones. Grounded, slowly hit towards short. Paisley bobbles briefly. Would have been a tough play. Safe at first is Demers. Everyone is safe. 2 on and 1 out. They rolled a hit up on the scoreboard. We'll go with that. Infield single. It would have been a tough play in the hole. Very slowly hit.
Yeah, and the third baseman came across too, and it just enough to draw his attention. And again, I think they're playing back quite a ways. So
TJ Curley singled in the 2nd. Well, it was the bunt that they had no one covering first base. Sacrifice at the very least. Delivery on the way, swing and a miss. With 1 out, he's probably not bunting. 0-1 to count. Although I've certainly seen college coaches bunt with 1 out. But
especially if you got a kid that can run at the plate.
It's about high school here. The stretch and the 0-1. Way outside that time. Count moves even 1-1 on Curley. For the Rams, they have a play at any base here with 1 out. As Keese is shading now a little bit more towards second, looking for a possible double play ball. The ball has not been hit very hard today, though. The 1-1. Low and outside that time to Curley. And the count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. With 1 out and 2 on, as the Spartans are threatening again here in the top of the 3rd after getting 4 runs in the top of the 2nd. The stretch from Jones and the 2-1 offering. Grounded slowly to first. Berg up with it, bobbles it, picks it up, tags the bag, 3 unassisted for the putout. 2 away here in the 3rd. Runners move up 90 feet. Second and 3rd now with 2 away. And to the plate, the pitcher, Hogue, who walked and scored last inning. Trying to help out his own cause here, already up 4-0.
Second, third, it's probably 2 runs.
Go on contact with 2 outs. Delivery on the way, and that fastball paints the outside corner for a strike.
I mean, that's a place for Jones to stay. The umpires called those, and he's been pretty good down there.
0-1 on Hogue, the right-handed hitter. Jones comes set, and his 0-1 offering fouled off his foot. Count moves to 0-2.
Painful.
I'll shake that one off. Aaron Morse alongside Coach Dave Wing here in the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth, bringing you Deering and Sanford. Top prospect Trey Fletcher is due up next inning, third in the order. Hitting leadoff today, but it'll be 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up next frame. Bottom half of this third inning. Right now, we're still in the top half of the third. Jones trying to get out of the jam. 0-2 the count on Hogue. And the right-hander's set, and the delivery. Line drive, leaping attempt by Paisley off his glove, picks it up, throws to first, not in time. Safe at first is Hogue, another run scores. It's 5-0 Spartans. Great effort there, but a run crosses the plate, and then advancing to third on the play is Demers.
Yeah, I'm giving him a base hit. He went way up to get it.
Had to make a leaping effort. Great effort by Paisley. Could not reel it in. Here's Tremblay back to the top of the order. The pitch is low and outside for a ball. 1-0. So the run comes in to score. It's 5-0. On the mound, Jones. First and third, 2 outs, 1 run in. The pitch. Grounded to short. Paisley. Short route to second. In time. Fielder's choice. And the side is retired. 1 run in the inning on a couple of hits. No errors and 2 men left out there. We'll go to the bottom of the third. The score, Sanford 5, Deering 0. Here live from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. Aaron Morse alongside Coach Dave Wing live from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth as we go to the bottom of the third inning. The score is 5-0 in favor of Sanford over Deering. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Rams against Ethan Hogue. Michael Randall, Ben Onek, and Trey Fletcher due up.
Yeah, some tough luck for Jones. He's been right around the plate, and there have been some errors behind him, a couple of decent hits, timely hits, and they're down 5-0.
Delivery on the way to Randall is up and in for a ball. 1-0. As the delivery now, the 1-0 offering. Up high. 2 balls and no strikes on Randall. Hogue at the plate, on the mound, Randall at the plate, and delivery on the way. Swing and a miss, went upstairs that time, and Randall chased. Count moves to 2-1. delivery. Fouled straight back. And the count now even. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Randall. Nobody on, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the third. The score, Sanford 5, Deering nothing. Aaron Morse alongside Coach Dave Wing. Josh running the camera to our left here in the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. And the 2-2 to Randall. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Second strikeout on the evening for Hogue, and there's one away here in the third.
You know, he's been right around the plate. He's pretty consistent, and he hasn't thrown a lot of pitches.
Ben Onek, who is a star on their basketball team, number 9 hitter, left fielder, steps in, right-handed bat against Hogue out there on the mound, who has done a really nice job so far for the Spartans. Delivers. Onek first pitch swinging, 2 hopper to third. Lamontang up with it, toss across. Good stretch over there by Demers. And the out is recorded 5-3 on the putout, and there's 2 away here in the third inning.
Yeah, I think that's been really one of the biggest differences. I think the Sanford fielders have made the plays. I mean, Jeunesse tracked down that long fly ball that was unbelievable.
Yes, he did. That was a really nice job on that Alvis deep fly. All right, here's Trey Fletcher, who flew out to shallow center. A towering fly ball to shallow center that Jeunesse can't enter and made the play on in the first inning for his second plate appearance. Fletcher, the Vanderbilt commit, awaits the delivery from Hogue. Up high for a ball, 1-0. That time he laid off the pitch up by his eyes. His first time up, he swung at it and fouled it off.
Tomahawked it.
Yeah. 1-0 the count on Fletcher and the delivery on the way. Fouls it off first base side, out of play.
He's got a good swing.
Yeah, the ball just comes differently off his bat than
Yeah.
everyone else. And you can, I mean, he had a major league pop up in the first. That was a major league foul ball down the right field line. 1 ball, 1 strike on Fletcher.
That's really quick.
Hogue comes set, and the 1-1 offering. High fly ball to right center field. Chasing it down the alley is Jeunesse.
Boy, I tell you, Jeunesse has made 2 outstanding plays.
And the side is retired here in the bottom of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the fourth. Sanford 5, Deering nothing. Live from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth.
When you get hurt, we know you want to get right back into the game or back to the activity you love. With Ortho Access, Maine's only orthopedic walk-in clinic, you don't need an appointment. Plus, you'll save money compared to an emergency room visit. With locations in southern and central Maine, access to an orthopedic specialist is even easier. The orthopedic team at Spectrum Healthcare Partners. We're here to keep you out there.
Is that a question? Aaron Morse alongside Coach Dave Wing here live from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth.
Hand signals and other stuff.
It sounded like a question. We're going to the top of the fourth inning. It's 5-0 in favor of the Sanford Spartans. They'll have in their 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up. Justin Gould, Oliver Jeunesse, Jake Lamontang set up for Sanford here against Mike Jones. Sanford leading by a score of 5-0. They got 4 runs in the second and 1 run in the third.
The camera operator and the producer's in the next room, so there's some hand signals.
All I need is go.
Tapping on the wall and all kinds of stuff.
Gould walked in the first. He grounded out in the second. And delivery on the way to him is looped to right, and under it to make the catch is Alvis, and Gould is retired. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the fourth inning.
Yeah, pretty good bat on the ball. He just got under it, I think, a little bit late.
Oliver Jeunesse, who's played some really nice center field today, stepping in. He's 1 for 2. He singled in the second. He's also struck out today.
Yeah, I mean, he's made 2 terrific plays in the outfield.
Jones' delivery is up and in for a ball, 1-0. He tracked down that deep ball in the alley off the bat of Alvis, and he's had to handle both of the very towering fly balls off the bat of Fletcher. The 1-0 delivery, big swing and a miss that time, and the count moves even, 1 ball and 1 strike.
He's a freshman, according to the.
Center fielder Janest up there at the dish against the righty Jones. 5-0 favor of the Spartans. We're in the top of the 4th. And the delivery on the way is up and in, and the count moves 2 balls and 1 strike.
Starting to cool off. A little bit of a pretty sparse crowd. They sit wherever they want.
Next delivery on the way is all the way to the backstop inside, and the count moves now to 3 balls and 1 strike. It's funny, I don't recall the backstop being that bouncy for Portland games. But for this game, we go right back to the catcher off the backstop. 3-1 on Janest. The windup from Jones and the delivery on the outside corner, and the count moves full.
Of course, you're hoping that they don't get back to the backstop in the Sea Dogs games, but
yeah, it doesn't happen as frequently. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Janest. The windup from Jones and the payoff pitch. 2 hopper to short, backhanded by Paisley. Long throw, safe on the infield single, goes off the glove of Berg anyway, and stays in play. So Janess is safe on the single. He's 2 for 3, 1 on, 1 out for the Spartans here in the 4th inning.
yeah, kind of a high hopper, and Paisley made a nice play, good throw over there, just not quick enough.
So that'll bring up Jake LaMontagne, who is 0 for 2. He has struck out and he has grounded out so far in this one. Runner goes. Delivery is low and outside. He'll just take second with the steal. 1-0 the count on LaMontagne.
That's the second time no throw down.
He's got such a good jump there. They had no chance. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 on, 1 out.
Of course, everybody blames it on the catcher, but it may not be his fault.
In that case, it's total on the pitcher. The delivery is low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes here on the cleanup hitter, LaMontagne, who so far has been quiet today, but an opportunity here with a runner at second and 1 out. Top of the 4th, 5-0 lead already for the Spartans. Jones delivers. Swing and a miss, and the count moves 2-1.
Playing across next door when I drove in. If Fitzpatrick.
Next delivery is right on the outside corner, and the count moves even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2. Runner in scoring position, 1 away. A delivery on the way from Jones. 2 hopper to third. Randall will chase the runner down, who almost ran to shallow left field there. And safe over at first on the fielder's choice is LaMontagne. 5 unassisted. Janest is out number 2 here in the inning.
Yeah, he did a little dance, try to get around him, but the umpire already had his arm up.
Move over to first, and back in is
Sure the coach said,
LaMontagne.
throw over there a little bit, and they're running on us.
Yeah, they've got some good jumps. LaMontagne at first, with 2 outs, though. They got the lead runner there. Nicely done by Randall at third base. Runner goes again. This time they'll try to get him. The throw is a great one. Unable to handle it is Keast, and LaMontagne is safe. So stolen base there.
Yeah, looks like they like to run, and they've had some good jumps, like you said.
Rolled the pitch a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Next delivery is low and outside, so the count moves to 2-0 here. on LaRue, who has been hit by a pitch, and he has struck out. He's scored a run so far. The stretch from Jones, and the delivery on the way. Blown outside, and the count moves to 3-0.
And what if they warm up down the foul lines, or they go up in the upstairs there to warm
Oh, yeah,
up?
the home bullpen here at Hadlock Field is beyond the right field fence. It's a bit of a hike.
Up in the air.
Yep. Dancing off second. A look but no throw by Jones. Jones is up over 75 pitches. Unofficially, we have him at 77. Runner at second. LaRue at the plate. 5-0. We're in the top of the fourth. And it's 3-0, the pitch. Got the green light and swings and misses. Bounces away from Hill, but he chases it down quickly. 3 balls and 1 strike.
It's a big batter here. You don't want to let the inning continue on and have to throw more pitches. I want to get this guy out.
Next delivery on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Hill can't find the baseball. And it's going to be a run scoring all the way from second on a drop third strike. It's 6-0 in favor of the Spartans.
Wow, the runner, Janesh, just can't. He ran hard at third, and when he saw that Hill couldn't come up with the ball, he just kept motoring. I thought, sure, all of a sudden he's going to find it and he's going to get thrown out easily, but he didn't. And the batter LaRue went all the way around to second base.
Yes, he did. The delivery on the way here is all the way to the backstop. Bounces back to Hill. The throw to third. Going to get away into left field. And they'll hold him there at third base, though. Score is 6-0 right now. Unfortunately, the little software we have here does not account for drop third strike. So it wants me to go to the next inning. But I... trying to see what we can do here with that. But, there we go. Oh, no. All right,
Oh, ball gets away again.
Yep, all the way to the backstop.
It does come back a little bit.
It comes back. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner at third, 2 out, 6-0 the score.
I said that wrong. Janest was out 5 unassisted. It was Lamontagne that came all the way around.
Lamontagne came all the way
Good
around
base
to
running.
score. LaRue is now at third, just like that. As the ball has been getting away a little bit here. The 2-0 offering.
Catch is having trouble with Jones.
Inside, it's 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. The pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner, and the count moves to 3-1. Runner at third now. And the pitch. Blown outside for ball 4. So the walk. And runners at the corners.
The first baseman, number 27, Saul Demers.
And Saul Demers coming up. Liston draws the walk there. Demers is 1 for 1. He is single. He's been hit by a pitch and scored today. 6-0 in favor of Sanford. The stretch and the pitch on the way to Demers. Look to third, throw to first, and everyone back safely. That's something you cannot do at the major league level anymore. You can still do it high school and college. It's a balk, however, in Major League Baseball. Not here. 6-0. The lead. Sanford looking for more here. Pitch on the way is a strike called to Demers. 0-1 to count.
Two outs. First and third, they're probably going to be going.
The stretch and the 0-1. Line drive, right center field, base hit. Another run scores. It's 7-0 Sanford.
Demers his second hit.
Yep, and his time he drives in LaRue. Liston to second on the play, and TJ Curley coming up.
TJ Curley.
The stretch and the delivery on the way to Curley. Very far outside for a ball. 1-0. 7 runs on 6 hits now for Sanford. A drop third strike obviously would have ended the inning, but it has continued. A run scored on that play. The 1-0. Right on the inside corner on the fastball, and the count moves even. 1 ball and 1 strike.
It's too bad he can't throw it there all the time because that's his spot. The umpire likes it, and he's really good in there.
Jones ready and delivers to Curley. Grounded to first, and this will finally end the inning, but it was a rough one for Deering. 2 more runs across the plate for the Spartans. We head to the bottom of the 4th. The score, Sanford 7, Deering nothing. Here live from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth.
There were 2 runs, 2 hits.
Aaron Morse alongside Coach Dave Wing here live from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth at Hadlock Field between Deering and Sanford. Class A South High School baseball for you on MBR. Thanks to Josh running the camera to our left. We are headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. The score is Sanford 7 now, and Deering nothing, as Sanford got 4 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and then 2 in the 4th inning. And it'll be Luke Hill, Josh Paisley, and Bennett Berg due up for Deering in the bottom of the 4th. As so far so good for Ethan Hogue. He issued a leadoff walk in the 2nd, and that's been it so far for the Deering offense. Here's the captain, Luke Hill, the catcher, 0 for 1. He popped out to 3rd his last time up against Hogue. As we move now into the bottom of the 4th, Hogue has only thrown 34 pitches through the first 3 innings of action. And he delivers to Hill. First pitch swinging, a high pop-up, shallow left field. The shortstop, Wambolt, Alex Wambolt, who's not in the lineup, but he's playing shortstop. They're DHing for him. He makes the catch, and Hill is out number 1 here in the 4th inning.
And again, that time of night is still a little, it's starting to, you can see the ball a little better, but looked like they all wandered around a little bit to get a feel for where it was.
Josh Paisley steps in. He flew out to center his last time up. 0 for 1. Hogue comes set and delivers. Paisley takes a breaking ball right on the inside corner, and a good one for a strike.
Nice curveball, like you said. That was a good one. He's kept them off balance.
He dropped that in right on the inside corner. And Hogue's 0-1. Swing and a miss. Big hack that time. Count moves to 0-2 on Paisley. Hogue has his catcher LaRue go through the signs. Now comes set. And his 0-2 on the way. Breaking ball, ground ball in the hole at short. Diving stop over there by Wambolt. Double clutches, and that's enough for an infield single for Paisley. And the no-hitter ends with 1 out here in the 4th inning on the infield single.
Boy, great effort by Wambolt, though. Dove for it. He just couldn't gather himself up to get much on the ball.
So that'll bring up Bennett Berg, who prior to that base hit for Paisley was the only base runner today for Deering. He walked in the 2nd. Left-handed hitter up there against the righty Hogue on the mound. Right-hander comes set and delivers. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1.
You know, even in high school baseball, when you're down this much, it limits. You're not going to bunt. You can't run much. You have to swing the bat.
0-1 the count on Berg. And the delivery here is a strike at the knees, and the count moves to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first. 7-0 in favor of the Spartans. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Deering just got their first hit of the game, the infield single for Josh Paisley. Ethan Hogue, he's a junior, has been excellent on the mound for this young Spartans team. The delivery on the way, and Berg hits it well. Left center field on the move, and playing it on a couple of hops is Janest. There's a bobble out there, and both runners will advance. Alert base running by Paisley and Berg to take the extra bag. A single and in the air, and it's second and third with 1 out for the Rams.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a tweener, but it was up in the air. And that was one of the things I noticed at the Lewiston field. Wow, anything in between the fielders on that turf is going to go. Whew, we saw some triples and the ball all the way to the fence on the ground. Coaches meeting here.
Yeah, first real mistake of the game. I didn't quite see who tried to. I think Janest missed it, and Curley had to pick it up. And by the time they got it in, it was they didn't see the cutoff man. Womble didn't see the fact that Berg was going for second. If he had looked right away, he would have gotten Berg by a mile. But he was looking at Paisley trying to go to third the whole way. Here's Mike Jones, who grounded out his last time up to second base. The pitcher trying to help out his own cause. Down 7-0, but a couple of ducks on the pond here against Hogue, who delivers. It's up and in for a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, with only 1 out, good opportunity here for the Rams.
1-0 on Jones. Hogue ready and delivers. Fastball on the inside corner, and the count moves even. 1 ball and 1 strike. At third base, Paisley. At second base, Berg. Back-to-back singles, plus the air, the 1-1. Grounded in the hole. Nice diving stop at third by Lamontang, and he fires to first in time. The runners have to hold. Heck of a play by Jake Lamontang over there at third base, and there's 2 outs here in the 4th.
Yeah, you know, he went down. He had to slide. I thought he almost barehanded it. He made a terrific play.
So that'll bring up Dominic Russo, who struck out looking in the DH his last time up in the 2nd. 2 outs, 2 on in scoring position for Deering, but they trail 7-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Hogue comes set and delivers to Russo up high on the fastball, 1-0. Russo's a junior. Up there the dish for the Rams. Each team again 2-8 on the year, trying to sneak into the playoffs somehow, some way. The 1-0, swing and a miss, and the count moves to 1-1 on Dominic Russo. Right-handed bat. I was looking at Class A South. It's obviously a very big division. The delivery here is low and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Obviously in Class A North, Oxford Hills is having just a terrific season, 11-0 on the year. In Class A South, it's been all about South Portland. They're 10-0 on the season. The 2-1 on the way to Russo. Breaking ball outside, and the count moves to 3-1.
So Oxford Hill started to play on their regular field yet?
We'll find out, I guess, right? We're
Well,
supposed to do their game tomorrow. Yeah.
Well, otherwise, I'll text Maddie later. Otherwise, it's crazy to go over there because we won't be able to do it.
Right. The 3-1 on the way to Russo. Very high. Ball 4. Bases loaded for the Rams. And a chance here for Alvis, who flew out his last time up. That was the ball that Janess chased down.
Yeah, he ran a long ways to get that.
Some of the heel points have actually updated during this game. So Deering is right now 14th. 12 teams make the playoffs. They're 2-8. Marshwood is in the final playoff spot right now. And then Falmouth, even though they're 4-3 right now on the outside looking in. Sanford's 15th at 2-8 on the year as well. The fastball is up and in Count 1-0 on Alvis. If you look at the top of the standings, South Portland 10-0, Thornton 9-2, Scarborough 7-1, Chevrolet 7-3, Kennebunk 6-6, Bonnie Eagle 7-4, Gorham up there in the heel points despite only a 4-8 record. The delivery is high and inside. 2-0 on Alvis.
Well, it's a big spot right here. Bases loaded, 2 outs.
Absolutely.
A good line drive would score at least a couple, get them back into this a little bit.
Deering down 7-0, trying to get back in this game. The pitch. Off the end of the bat, pop up, right side. Tremblay is there, and Hogue escapes here in the fourth inning as the Rams leave him loaded. No runs, a couple of hits, an error, and 3 left out there for Deering. So well done by Ethan Hogue as Tremblay makes the catch and the side is retired. We are through 4. The score, Sanford 7, Deering nothing. Here live from Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth.
Is your local school or group looking to raise money?
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff that kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
Junior Trojan Football and Cheering would like to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising for allowing us to build this beautiful facility. We raised $18,000 in our first year with Maine Athletic Fundraising, $28,000 last year, and we hope to top that again this year.
Aaron Morse alongside Coach Dave Wing here live in the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth at Hadlock Field, home of the Deering Rams and the Portland Sea Dogs. So the Rams trail this one, though, to the visitors from Sanford 7-0 as we go to the top of the 5th inning. And Ethan Hogue, who's just having himself a terrific game on the mound and at the plate, steps in to lead things off against Mike Jones. Delivery on the way, the fastball on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Hogue walked and scored in the second. He singled in the third, so he's 1 for 1 at the plate against Jones, who's into his motion. The 0-1 offering, swing and a miss, and the count moves to 0-2 on Hogue. Hogue, Tremblay, then Gould do up the 9-1 and 2 hitters for the Spartans. And Jones into his motion. The 0-2 is low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 17 teams in Class A South. 12 will make the playoffs. And right now, both these teams on the outside looking in. But if Sanford can get a win, certainly they'll get a few points back. The 1-2 on the way. The strike 3 call at the knees. Good pitch by Jones, who has certainly shown, I think, potential to really be a solid pitcher for this team. He has kind of had some unfortunate luck in this game, but he's been really good when he's living by the knees there.
Yeah, I think when he keeps the ball down, especially on that right outside corner, the right-hand batters, he's been really difficult to hit.
Here's Zach Tremblay, who takes a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 back to the top of the order here. He singled. He's also grounded out and hit into a fielder's choice so far today. Big swing here. Wow, that is a different number. So I believe we have a pinch hitter. Ethan Aerosmith is the batter, not Tremblay, number 4. Ethan Aerosmith is a senior coming in off the bench here. And the 0-2 on the way to Aerosmith is fouled back, so the count remains no balls and 2 strikes.
It's hard to know without an announcement. In this, when somebody goes out to play another position, we don't see their numbers because they're only on the back, and we won't be able to tell whether.
The umpire is supposed to signal when there's a sub, but can't count on that. The next delivery to Aerosmith, ground ball in the hole, base hit. Left field, so the senior Aerosmith off the bench, singles. And 1 on and 1 out now for the Spartans. I keep Because it's baseball, I keep wanting to say the Mainers because that's the summer league team that's in Sanford, but I haven't done it yet. That's a base hit there, so all right, first. 1 out in the inning, and Justin Gould coming up. He's 0 for 3. Aerosmith leads off first. Delivery is low and outside for a ball. 1-0 on Gould.
How many pitches for Jones now?
Well, that got messed up last inning, so I couldn't really. He's over 90, I'll tell you that. 1-0 the count on Gould. And the delivery on the way is right on the outside corner for a strike, and the count moves even 1-1. I don't know if they have a per game limit in high school. Or,
I was going to ask you that. I thought you might know.
I imagine it's probably more of a weekly limit. 1-1 the count. And the pitch on the way is up and in. The count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the top of the 5th. And the Spartans have a 7-0 lead over the Rams here at Hadlock Field. The stretch and the 2-1 is popped up foul behind home plate and out of play. Count moves even 2-2.
Josh had to take a dive on that one.
It wasn't even close to coming in the press box. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first. The stretch from Jones and his 2-2 offering. Inside, count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Aaron Morse alongside Coach Dave Wing here in the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. Sanford and Deering squaring off. The delivery on the way. Grounded to short. Paisley goes to second for 1, and they won't have him at first, but they get the lead runner, and there's 2 outs here in the inning. 5-4 on the fielder's choice that time.
So 2 outs, and again, the Spartans are making the plays in the field. That's been one of the big differences.
That time the Rams did make that play. Nicely done by Paisley, but they have had some issues throughout this game. Janest had the error earlier, but he's also been outstanding in center. He's 2 for 3, and he steps in now for the Spartans. Delivery on the way. Base hit left field, right through the 5-hole that time for Janest. He singles to left.
Boy, that's 3 hits for him tonight.
Yep, 3 straight singles after he struck out his first time up, so he clearly made some adjustments. And he's aboard. First and second, 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning, and Jake LaMontagne, who reached on a fielder's choice and scored his last time up, he's 0 for 3, steps in. Hit that ground ball to third where they just tagged the runner going by his last time up. Delivery on the way to LaMontagne, bounces in 1-0. He scored later in the inning from second base on a drop third strike because Hill simply did not know where the ball was. He just was looking all around. It was just a few feet really to his left. Just couldn't track it down. The 1-0 on the way is inside corner for a strike, and the count moves even 1-1 on LaMontagne. 7 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Spartans. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Rams. We are in the top of the 5th. The stretch from Jones and his 1-1 on the way. Line down the right field line, slicing foul, and the count moves to 1-2. Trey Fletcher is due up third in the bottom half of the frame, so we'll see him at least one more time in this game. At the plate, a couple of flyouts to center. The first one to straightaway center, well, shallow left center, and the second one to right center. Both times Janest chased him down. The 1-2 fouled straight back, and the count remains 1-2. They were high fly balls, but they were both tracked down.
Oh, the first one, Janest ran forever to catch the ball.
It was very high in the sky. Looking in for the signs here. Jones steps off briefly, now steps back on the rubber. 2 on, 2 outs, the pitch. Breaking ball, a little low. Good hook that time, but Just barely misses. Count moves even 2-2.
That was a good looking pitch, wasn't it?
Certainly is. Laying that one off was the batter. The stretch. And Lamontanga waits the 2-2. Grounded to short. Paisley up with it. Ooh, can't get the ball out of his glove, and everyone's safe. It just would not come out of his glove. That was kind of strange. He sort of made a throwing motion and realized he didn't have the ball. And the bases are loaded.
Yeah, not much going right for the Rams tonight in the field.
Bases full with 2 outs, and Jones is over 100 pitches, so this is going to be it for him. He will come out of the game, and we'll have some movement in terms of Ben Onek is coming in from left field to pitch, and I have no idea where 28 thinks he's going, but he's left fielder's pitching, so he might be going out to right field to tell the right fielder to go to left. We'll see. But that is Bennett Berg, who's the first baseman. So Mike Jones is going to first, and then Berg went and got a different glove and is now in the outfield. I think he's going to be in left field for Onek. I think he's just out there to talk to his teammates. So Jones moves over to first base, and Berg, I believe, we'll wait and see, but I believe will be going to left field as Onek is into the game to pitch now for the Rams, a left-handed pitcher out there on the mound.
Southpaw action, yeah. He looks pretty quick. How tall is he?
Oh, they don't have his height.
No, I know, but you saw him play basketball, you said, right?
No, I didn't see him play. I just heard about him. Never saw him play. But talking to Oxford Hills guys, they said the key to beating Deering was, stopping Ben Onek some way, somehow. So, yeah, never saw him in person play this year, but he's a senior and obviously a very impressive player for Deering, and now into the game to pitch here, replacing Jones, who threw over 100 pitches in this game. We're at the top of the 5th, and it's 7-0 in favor of the Spartans. The visitors from Sanford looking for their 3rd win of the year. They still need to get 9 more outs to get there, unless they go up by 10 or more, and then that would be a different story. So we'll see. Now they're telling the outfielders to get in position. It is indeed Berg moving over to left field from his first base spot. And Jones now the first baseman, and Ben Onek on the mound. Wyatt LaRue due up to greet him with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Ball is flying off the backstop today on the warm-up pitch. LaRue had the weird play in the 4th inning where he struck out, but the ball got away, and he ended up going to second on the play as the run came to score. He's also been hit by a pitch
and struck out looking.
All right, so he's 0 for 2, but with 2 runs scored today for the right-handed hitting LaRue. Bases full of Spartans.
They could break this wide open.
Onek delivers. It's up high and outside for a ball, 1-0. I believe the rule is 4.5 or 5, depending on which team is up by 10 runs. So if they can get up by 10 runs, they could end it by getting 3 outs next inning. Delivery is low, 2-0. Now on LaRue.
Yeah, it's 5 if the home team is behind. So
home team is behind here, 7-0. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 2-0 the count on LaRue. Onek's delivery is a strike of the knees, and the count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. 7 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for Sanford. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Deering. Onek comes set. The 2-1. Up and in. Runs that fastball inside on LaRue. The count moves to 3 balls and 1 strike. So he's a bad one away here from forcing a run with the bases full. Left-hander. Delivers the 3-1. He walked him. Inside the fastball, ball 4. Gould will score. Janesta third, Lamontagne to second. LaRue the RBI walk. And the score is now 8-0. in favor of the Spartans. Here's Nick Liston. Onek delivers, and Liston takes on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1.
The designated hitter, Nick Liston.
Base is still loaded. 2 outs. Onek's 0-1 offering. Liston takes low and outside, and the count moves even 1 ball and 1 strike. Liston today reached on an error in the second and scored. He's popped out. He's walked, so he's 0 for 2 with a run scored for the right-handed hitter. Onek's next delivery. Slow breaking ball, and now he'll go
really slow.
Yeah, 2-1. The count was outside. The count here on Liston. Bases loaded. 8-0 the lead. Sanford trying to get to a 10-run lead where they could then end it in the next half inning if they hold Deering scoreless. The next delivery. On the inside corner, and the count moves even. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Nick Liston, the DH. Bases full of Spartans. Ben Onek, the senior left-hander, delivers the 2-2. Line drive, right center field's going to fall for a base hit. 1 run will score. They'll wave in La Montagne. It's a 2 RBI single for Nick Liston. And just like that, it's a 10-0 lead for the Spartans.
Boy, good piece of hitting. Was down and out, low and outside. He just went with it to right field, just exactly the way you'd want him to, and terrific job of hitting.
Runners now at the corner. This is going from first to third on the play was LaRue.
Batting for Demers, number 3, Chase Kerrigan.
Pinch hitter here. And this wild pitch bounces in, and coming in to score is LaRue, and it's getting ugly now. It's 11-0.
Pinch hitter.
Yep.
Kerrigan Chase.
Chase Kerrigan.
Oh, sorry. On the roster, it has it the opposite of the way I have it in my book.
Chase Kerrigan, the senior, is the pinch hitter here. Runner at second. 11-0 the score now. It's all Sanford. They scored 4 runs here in the inning. And Kerrigan, the pinch hitter, Onek's delivery is fouled straight back, and the count now is even 1-1.
It's so much different now with the netting as a screen as opposed to the old chain link. You know, as far as doing a game here, it looks like it's coming right back at us, and boom, suddenly the net, you can't see the net really.
The 1-1 right on the outside corner, the count moves to 1-2. Certainly makes for a better viewing experience to have a net as opposed to a chain link fence.
For sure.
Kerrigan, the pinch hitter, now down the count 1-2 against Onek. And the southpaw comes set. Runner at second base is Liston. High breaking ball that time. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 4 runs in here on the top of the 5th. The Spartans pulling away from the Rams. Onek ready, and the 2-2 inside off the glove of Hill, but he'll keep it in front of him. Full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Spartans up 11-0. If we have the rules correct, this next half inning, Deering will need to get 2 runs to keep the game going.
Yeah.
Full count on Kerrigan. And the payoff pitch. Walked him high and outside for ball 4. Onek is struggling. 9th man to come to plate now. TJ Curley is due up as Kerrigan draws the walk. And it'll be a pinch hitter, 5 for 23, I just heard. So Dante Sawyer.
Rotation now batting for Sanford, number 5, Dante Sawyer.
Well, that'd be 5 for 25. 23 is the pitcher, but we have a pinch hitter for him on deck also. But in the meantime, TJ Curley will get pinched hit for by Dante Sawyer, a junior. And Onek will talk things over with his catcher, Luke Hill. 11 runs on 9 hits, 1 error committed by Sanford today. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error committed by Deering. As Sanford is now 3 outs away from getting their 3rd win of the year. Onek comes set. And the delivery on the way to Dante Sawyer is low off the glove of Hill. 1 ball and no strikes. All Sanford here.
Yeah, really. There's, 9 hits. It says 1 error up on the board. I think you and I had more than that on our books.
Well, for Deering, they've had some mental mistakes. Delivery is high and outside. And they've also had some plays where they just simply cannot get the ball out of their glove for Deering.
I've got 3 errors.
For Deering? Yeah. It's quite, next delivery on the way, low and outside. 3-0. Also factor in that drop third strike that just really hurt them last inning.
Yeah.
Onik has struggled with his control since coming into the game.
To score from second on that.
Yeah. Oof. Now the left-hander looks in for the signs. And delivery on the way is all 4, so another walk, and bases are loaded. We're going to have a pinch hitter for Hogue. It's going to be Noah Riley pinch hitting.
So Sawyer draws a walk.
Your attention now, batting for Sanford, number 34, Noah Riley.
What was his name again?
The pinch hitter?
Yes.
Noah Riley, the pinch hitter for Sanford. Delivery on the way to him is a strike on the inside corner.
This is 10th batter of the inning.
Yep. Hogue started the inning by striking out looking, and now Riley pinch hitting for him.
Just to mess up the scorebook.
The 0-1 on the way is very high, and
Onik struggling.
Having a hard time finding the strike zone here. 1 ball and 1 strike. Left-hander ready, and the 1-1. There's a strike on the outside corner, and the count moves to 1-2. Noah Riley, the senior, listed as a pitcher, and we might see him come into pitch in the bottom half of the inning, since he's pitch hitting for the pitcher, Ethan Hogue. The stretch.
Remember, everybody can readmit.
A 1-2, strike 3 call. Onik gets him looking on a pitch on the outside corner at the knees. So the inning comes to an end, but it was a big one for the Spartans as they score 4 runs and they take an 11-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's all Spartans, 11-0 over Deering here live from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth.
No errors and 3-0.
Aaron Morse alongside Coach Dave Wing as Ethan Hogue looking to finish off a complete game as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. We're live from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. It'll be Michael Randall, Ben Onik, and Trey Fletcher due up here in the inning. And unless Deering scores 2 runs, I believe this will be it for them. Down 11-0 here against Ethan Hogue, who re-enters to pitch after they gave Riley a chance to pinch hit for him last inning. Delivery here is high and inside for a ball. 1-0 on Randall, who, believe it or not, it's only his second at bat. He's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Really?
It's been a great performance by Hogue out there on the mound, and his team has provided him plenty of support. Here's a weak pop-up, first base side, foul ground, and it bounces into the dugout. So the count moves even, 1 ball and 1 strike on Randall.
A lot of foul territory here.
Yeah, probably compared to some of the high school
Oh,
fields.
absolutely.
1 ball and 1 strike on Michael Randall.
Well, the simple fact that the backstop has to be 65 feet makes quite a bit.
Hogue into his motion and the 1-1. Swing and a miss. He's been Using that high fastball to great effect so far. The count moves to 1-2 on Randall.
Been very effective as a pitcher.
Hogue ready. And the right-hander's 1-2 offering. Very high. So the count moves even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Aaron Morse alongside Coach Dave Wing, live from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth here. It's been all Sanford. They got 4 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and 4 more in the fifth inning. We're in the bottom of the fifth now, and the 2-2 to Randall. Breaking ball. He waits on it and lines it foul, first base side. So he'll see another pitch here. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the fifth, 11-0 in favor of the visitors from Sanford. Hogue comes set, and the 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Another strikeout for Hogue. Second time he has struck out Randall in this game. He hasn't struck out 2 innings, but that makes it 3 now.
No, but that was a high fastball that probably should stay away from.
Ben Onek ground out to third his last time up. 0 for 1.
It's his second time up.
Yep, Trey Fletcher on deck. The breaking ball is low and outside. 1-0 on Onek, who's now the pitcher. Started the game in left field. Only 59 pitches thrown by Hogue. 1-0 the count here on Onek. Delivery on the way. Very high on the fastball. 2-0. Onek has, I think it's kind of a rare combination where he throws left-handed, but he bats right-handed.
Don't see that often, to be honest. It's true.
The 2-0 on the way is on the inside corner, and the count moves to 2-1. Now, he might be a switch hitter, honestly. No, he's not, because the right-hander on the mound. Yeah, so he's a right-handed batter for sure, and he throws lefty. Very interesting. All right, 2-1, and the pitch on the way. Very high and inside, 3-1. If I'm not mistaken, Ricky Henderson did that.
Yes.
Through lefty, bad righty.
But, I mean, it most of the time it has to do with which eye is dominant, especially in the major leagues anyway.
3-1 is on the inside corner.
You want your dominant eye out front so your nose doesn't get in the way. So
full count.
You know how to do that, right? Do you know how to do that? Make a triangle, look at like the scoreboard out there, and then close one eye and then the other eye, and one of them keeps it in the middle. Struck him out.
Swing and a miss. Fourth strikeout now. Second of the inning for Hogue. And there's 2 away. And
so we are going to see Fletcher one more time.
See Fletcher once more. He's flown out to center twice. Both fairly shallow fly balls. Just got under them. Right-handed hitter stepping in for his most likely his final plate appearance of the evening. Steps in. The top prospect, Vanderbilt commit, up there against Hogue. And the delivery on the way to Fletcher. He waits on the breaking ball and gives it a ride to left center, but over there is Curley, and he goes to one knee to make the catch, and the ball game is over. So, the Sanford Spartans run rule the Deering Rams by a final score of 11-0 here in this one, as they again score 4 in the second inning, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth. And then they finished them off with 4 in the fifth. 11-0 is your final here tonight at Hadlock Field. In 5 innings, Sanford gets their third winner. Now 3-8, Deering both 2-9 on the year. We didn't get to see much of Trey Fletcher. 3 fly balls.
I mean, you can tell his bat is pretty live.
Yeah.
But I thought Hogue kept the entire Rams club off balance. He had just enough of a wrinkle on his curveball. He kept the ball down and away to those right-hand batters. His team in the field made the plays. I thought that really was the biggest difference. All the way around the infield, they all made plays. And Jeunesse made 2 fabulous catches in the outfield, especially one on Fletcher. So really, they're playing the field. Any of those are errors or whatever, and suddenly this is one of those muddled, 7-6 games or whatever. But his pitching and his great defense behind him with that young team, 4 freshmen starting, really made quite a difference.
Hogue the winner. Jones takes the loss. 11-0 Sanford over Deering. We are scheduled to have an Oxford Hills game tomorrow for you. We'll tell you about that if they can if they play on their normal baseball field. We'll have that game.
Yeah, I sent the AD an email to ask him, are you playing on the field? Because if they play on the practice field, which they have been,
There's no internet over there.
there's no way to get.
There's no power.
There's no power.
No power.
And Maddie even thought about maybe putting a thing that you can hook it up to your car and keep the car running and whatever, but then decided there are more chances, and because we'll be doing games when the playoffs start. I mean, they're 9-0. They're going to be in the playoffs, so we'll have chances to see them. Unfortunately, we're not going to. So far, we haven't had a chance. We've had a couple games scheduled over there, and one was rained out, and the other one just couldn't get it on that field. So we'll see what happens. We wait to hear from them, and we will be on the air at Oxford Hills, Scouting and at Oxford Hills, if possible.
There you have it. Tonight at Hadlock, Sanford 11, Deering nothing. Thanks to Josh for running the camera. Thanks to Matty B for doing the interview earlier with Trey Fletcher, the Vanderbilt commit. He was 0 for 3 today with 3 flyouts, but certainly, obviously, an impressive athlete. I think he'll probably end up going to college, but we'll wait and see, I guess, for his decision. Again, Spartans win 11-0. My name's Aaron Morse for Coach Dave Wing. Signing off here from Hadlock Field. Have a good night.